Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into a critical issue that deserves far more attention than it often gets. Why does the Philippines remain economically challenged despite its abundance of natural resources and a culture bursting with talent and resilience? It's a question with a complex answer, one that involves unpacking layers of historical baggage, systemic issues, and frankly, some infuriatingly avoidable obstacles. Now, the Philippines, as many of you know, is a stunning archipelago boasting breathtaking landscapes, vibrant cities, and some of the warmest, most welcoming people you'll ever meet. So why then, with all this potential, does poverty remain a stubborn stain on this beautiful nation? Well, over the next few minutes, we're going to dissect 10 key factors that contribute to this ongoing struggle. Buckle up, it's going to get disheartening, but hopefully, by understanding the problem, we can start pushing for solutions. Let's start with the elephant in the room, or perhaps more accurately, the corrupt official walking away with the elephant, the room. Corruption in the Philippines is like a chronic illness. It's been around for so long it's practically considered endemic. We're talking about a system where funds meant for vital public services like healthcare, education, and infrastructure often disappear into a black hole of private pockets. And it's not just a few bad apples, folks. This rot often seeps through multiple levels of government, from local officials skimming off the top to larger schemes that would make even the most jaded cynic raise an eyebrow. And the truly tragic irony here is that the money lost to corruption could be the very money used to lift Filipinos out of poverty. Think about it. Every peso siphoned away is a peso that could have built a school, provided clean water, or supported struggling farmers. It's a devastating cycle that keeps the Philippines trapped in a frustrating loop of missed opportunities. Imagine this. You're a business trying to get your products to market, but the roads are full of potholes the size of small cars, the ports are clogged, and the internet connection is slower than a snail in a coma. That's the reality for many in the Philippines, where inadequate infrastructure acts like a giant roadblock to economic growth. And it's not just businesses that suffer. Poor infrastructure also limits access to essential services. Imagine needing urgent medical care but being hours away from the nearest hospital, or children walking miles each day just to get to school because of a lack of proper roads. This isn't just inconvenient, it's a fundamental barrier to progress. Now, let's talk about the kids, the future of the Philippines. Sadly, the education system, much like a poorly maintained school building, is in dire need of repair. While there is a genuine thirst for knowledge among young Filipinos, the system itself is riddled with challenges. Overcrowded classrooms, a lack of qualified teachers, and outdated curriculum all contribute to a learning environment that struggles to equip students with the skills they need to thrive in the 21st century. And this, my friends, is a tragedy, because investing in education is not just about building schools and hiring teachers, it's about investing in the very future of the nation. When a country fails to educate its youth, it's essentially investing in its own stagnation. Chapter 4. Unemployment, when opportunity knocks, but no one's home. Let's move on to a topic that's enough to make anyone anxious: unemployment. The Philippines, despite its young and vibrant workforce, faces persistently high unemployment rates. And this isn't just a matter of people not wanting to work. The issue is a lack of decent, well-paying jobs. Many Filipinos are forced into precarious, informal work with little security or benefits. Imagine graduating with a degree, full of hope and ambition, only to find yourself stuck in a cycle of low-paying gigs with no clear path to advancement. It's disheartening, to say the least, and it's a major factor driving people deeper into poverty. Chapter 5. Overpopulation. A crowd can be a beautiful thing until it isn't. Now, this next issue is a sensitive one, but it's a conversation we need to have: overpopulation. The Philippines has a rapidly growing population, and while every new life is precious, this growth puts an immense strain on the country's already stretched resources and services. Think about it. More people means more competition for jobs, housing, and access to healthcare and education. It's like trying to fit an ever-expanding group of people onto a lifeboat that's already at capacity. Eventually, something's got to give. This isn't about pointing fingers, it's about recognizing a challenge and working towards solutions, like promoting family planning and sustainable development. Chapter 6. Natural disasters. When it rains, it pours, and sometimes it levels your house. Let's be honest, geographically speaking, The Philippines has a bit of a target on its back. Located in the Pacific Ring of Fire, the country is no stranger to typhoons, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, you name it, they've probably experienced it. And these aren't just minor inconveniences, folks. These are often large-scale disasters that cause widespread destruction, displacement, and loss of life. The economic impact of these disasters is staggering. Imagine rebuilding your life, your business, your entire community from scratch multiple times over. It's exhausting, it's expensive, and it makes long-term development feel like an uphill battle against Mother Nature herself. Alright, let's talk politics, but don't worry, we'll try to keep it as engaging as possible, which admittedly is a low bar to clear. The Philippines, for all its strengths, has a history of political instability. We're talking coups, corruption scandals, and constantly shifting policies, all of which create an environment that's about as appealing to investors as a plate of lukewarm baloo. And this unpredictability has real consequences. It discourages foreign investment, hinders long-term planning, and makes it incredibly difficult to implement sustainable solutions to the very problems we've been discussing. It's like trying to build a house on a foundation of shifting sand. Good luck with that. Now, let's address the elephant in the room wearing designer clothes and sipping a $10 latte, while completely oblivious to the struggles of everyone around them. Economic inequality. The Philippines suffers from a massive wealth gap, with a small elite controlling a disproportionate amount of the country's wealth. This isn't just about some people having more money than others, it's about a system that often favors the privileged few while leaving the majority struggling to make ends meet. This inequality trickles down into every aspect of society, limiting access to opportunities, perpetuating cycles of poverty, and creating a system that feels inherently unfair. Okay, let's talk about something we should all have access to, regardless of our income: healthcare. Unfortunately, in the Philippines, the healthcare system is often a tale of two realities. The wealthy can access private hospitals with state-of-the-art equipment and highly trained doctors. But for the majority of Filipinos, healthcare is often a luxury they simply can't afford. Imagine having to choose between putting food on the table and getting the medical treatment you or your loved one desperately needs. That's the reality for many in the Philippines, and it's a heartbreaking symptom of a system that needs serious reform. And finally, let's talk about a topic that's enough to make anyone reach for their antacids: foreign debt. The Philippines, like many developing countries, has accrued a significant amount of foreign debt over the years. And while some of this borrowing was intended for development projects, the reality is that servicing this debt often takes a huge bite out of the government's budget, leaving less money available for crucial investments in education, healthcare, and infrastructure. It's like taking out a high-interest loan to pay for a leaky roof. You might temporarily fix one problem, but you're creating a whole new set of challenges in the process. This debt burden limits the government's ability to invest in its people and build a more prosperous future. Thanks for watching. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Look, we just threw a lot of heavy stuff at you, and it's easy to feel overwhelmed. But here's the thing, understanding the problem is the first step towards finding solutions. The Philippines, with its incredible people, rich culture, and abundant resources, has the potential to overcome these challenges. But it's going to take a collective effort, from citizens demanding better governance, to policymakers enacting meaningful reforms, to investing in education, healthcare, and sustainable development. The path forward won't be easy, but it's a journey worth taking.